There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your evening update.
Clouds have been hanging tough across the area today, but a little afternoon sunshine. Rain showers have been fizzling out, though, but we have additional rain chances in the forecast here over the next few days that we'll detail, especially on Friday, with some strong thunderstorms possible. Only 84 degrees for the daytime high at the Lawrenceburg Airport this afternoon after a morning low of 72. No rainfall officially measured there, but there have been some isolated showers here and there across the area. Northwest Alabama's regional airport also coming in officially dry, but again, some parts of Northwest Alabama, Southern Tennessee have seen spotty showers today. Got to 89 degrees at the Muscle Shoals Airport after a morning low of 74. We'll be hotter as we head into our Thursday. Here's the futurecast breakdown we have. Mostly cloudy skies this evening, become partly cloudy as we head through the overnight. So we'll drop into the upper 60s and lower 70s, then a mix of sun and clouds as we head on into our Thursday. And in the afternoon, notice a few spotty thunder showers possible. Very isolated in nature, but it does look like we will have a few thunder showers. If you get under one, locally heavy downpour, but no real severe weather risk with it. Otherwise, partly cloudy, daytime highs up toward the low and middle 90s tomorrow afternoon. A few thunder showers into the evening and overnight. They will be isolated as well. And then we'll be watching for maybe some storms Friday morning to ease southward out of Kentucky into Tennessee. They will be fizzling out as they arrive, but maybe some gusty winds and some lightning and heavy rain. But as we get on into Friday afternoon and evening, redevelopment along an outflow boundary may produce strong thunderstorms across the area that have a greater threat of gusty winds before the main activity shifts southward for the weekend, but a few isolated thunder showers around then. Here's the latest information for the Friday storm threat. Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, that branch of the National Weather Service, they have a low end of level 1 out of 5 risk of severe weather here for Friday for all of our viewing area, all of southern middle Tennessee, northwest Alabama, northeast Mississippi. So it is a lower end threat. They do mention that part of this area may be upgraded to a level 2 risk, but even if that is the case, it's still on the lower side of things. So not a big severe weather threat. It's an afternoon and evening situation for our Friday. Here's how the threat types break down. Tornado threat not expected in our area. Anytime there's a severe thunderstorm, the tornado threat is not completely zero, but it will be as close to zero as it possibly can be because we simply don't have the tornado ingredients in place across our area. And oftentimes during the summer with thunderstorms, you don't have tornado ingredients unless there's a tropical storm or hurricane making landfall and adds that wind shear to the equation. And we just don't have that. So that's why the tornado threat really not expected. Gusty straight line winds, even though it's on the lower side of the scale, that's our main threat for Friday afternoon and evening. A few storms having gusty straight line winds of 45, 55, maybe 65 miles per hour possible, enough to knock down trees, cause some power line damage, cause some isolated power outages. Not everybody's going to get a storm like that, but a few of the strongest storms could produce that. Some pea to dime size hail is possible, but that's on the lower end of the risk scale as well, and that's not really big enough to cause damage. It's just loud and gets your attention. Flooding risk, not really there. We're only talking about a quarter to a half inch of rain on average, and most everybody getting under an inch of rain, even if you get the heaviest of the rain. So not really looking at a flooding threat, but there could be some short-lived localized street flooding possible, but that's about the worst of it that we expect. Every thunderstorm contains thunder and lightning, so be aware of the lightning risk if you have to be outside. Warm the next couple days into the mid-90s. A few folks knocking on the door of the upper 90s here and there, but then we have that weak frontal system come in over the weekend and knock daytime highs back to the lower 90s and bring in some lower humidity, allowing overnight lows to get back into the middle 60s, especially Sunday night on into early next week. We're watching the tropics as we always do this time of year. No imminent threats to the Gulf of Mexico or the Tennessee Valley, but we now have Hurricane Ernesto out in the Atlantic. Maximum sustained winds this afternoon up to 75 miles per hour, moving northwest at 16, expected to become a major hurricane on its track northward, possibly affecting Bermuda. But on this track, it stays offshore of the United States. So yes, there will be an increasing rip current risk and some wave action off the eastern seaboard, but no direct landfall risk, no direct impact to the mainland United States. But we have plenty more hurricane season to go. Right now, Ernesto is the only situation on the board for the Atlantic. Other tropical waves kind of fizzling out into the eastern Atlantic, but we'll watch things carefully in the days and weeks ahead. Dropping out of the 80s into the 70s overnight, and then getting down to the upper 60s, lower 70s, partly cloudy skies. A few isolated afternoon and overnight thunder showers Thursday, but very isolated, about a 20 to 30% chance. Morning thunder showers move into the area Friday, but they fizzle out. It's the afternoon and evening when stronger thunderstorms with gusty winds redevelop that we'll be watching carefully. Isolated thunder showers possible over the weekend, but rain chances going down, and then look to dry out as we head on into the first half of next week. There's your latest 7-day forecast. I'll be back at 9 o'clock for a final check of your local weather.